Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How come, Prajnal, after a long time you've shown up today?
Ma'am,
Mm.
like I stay in the North Karnataka. We had gotten evacuation orders almost for 2 weeks. I had no proper network.
Okay. Stay safe. That's more important. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
No,
Good.
everything's fine.
So, where are the others, Prajwal? What time your class finished? Your class is over?
It just got finished, ma'am. So, 2 more minutes, I guess.
2 minutes. Okay. So, in the meantime, we will discuss what we had discussed in the last class. Any doubts here? For people, Chand, Rajat, for you also it's the first class, right? No, Chanukya pupil now. Chanukya,
Yes, ma'am, first class.
first class on working capital management, right? So I think if you look at the slides, we had seen what is working capital management. Working capital management, we have said, discussed a lot, is basically that capital that is involved in the current asset of the business, right? So whatever money that we require to meet the day-to-day life, like to if you have a production cycle right from procuring the material until the final product that is being dispatched to customer, whatever process is there in between, all that money involvement will be dealt under the working capital management, right? Then we spoke about what are the two kinds of working management. It can be basically classified on the basis of concept and the basis of need. On the basis of concept, it is gross working capital. Gross working capital is the entire thing. Net working capital will be the asset minus liabilities, right? Current assets minus liabilities. Then on the basis of need, we have permanent working capital and temporary working capital, right? So this is the same thing I've explained here. Okay, the slides maybe with the end of the day today it will be shared. You can go through them. So concepts, today we'll be seeing detailing what is operating cycle concept and the operating cycle concept, how this gross working capital and net working capital will be dealt. So I think I'm going to share my paint. Boys, can you see this? How many people have joined in now? Has everybody joined? Okay, quite not bad. Is the paint visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we said that the working capital management involves in the capital that is required for right from the raw material, right from the raw until the finished product reaches the customer. But the money that flows between this business transaction, we call it as a operating cycle, right? So operating cycle basically refers to the days, that period of time, okay? So where you're carrying out a business right from receiving the inventory, selling your inventory, collecting the cash from the sale of the inventory. When you're involved with all this, we call it as a operating cycle. What is operating cycle? That period of time when you receive your inventory, that is the raw material, and sell the inventory, collect cash from the inventory, the sale of the product, all these things bring together called as a operating inventory. Operating cycle. See, operating cycle means it is from this point till this point. So what and all is involved? It's the purchase of the inventory and the sale of the inventory, and after that till here that amount you receive from your inventory is also be included. Now this inventory, the period between the purchase of inventory till the sale you have, right, that we term it as a inventory period. How much period you need to stock it, how much security, how much time you're spending for safeguarding this inventory we call it as an inventory period, right? So this is the inventory period. Inventory period will be basically given by the formula 365 days divided by inventory turnover. I'll be giving you the set of the formulas that time you can take down. Basically, the inventory period formula will be given as the inventory period will be given as 365 divided by inventory turnover. Next, you have this account receivable period. See, we kept on talking that although the sale of the inventory, some marginal period will be given for the customers to pay their money, right? So that we call it as the account receivable period. With that marginal period, we need to get all the monies that we have done for the sales, right? So that we call it as the accounts receivable period. So accounts receivable period, the formula will be given as 365 by receivables turnover. Whatever receivable turnover we have, that turnover by 365 days. Okay. So next, account payable period is we have purchased the raw material, right? Even the vendors will give us a period, certain period of time by which by then we have to make the payment for the materials we have purchased. So that time we call it as the account payable period, right? Now this cash cycle, which we call it as the net operating cycle, we have paid, we have received the benefit. So whatever we have is the profit or is the actual money that we have invested for our business, right? So this is the cash cycle. Whatever we have after buying the material, we have paid for the material. Whatever sales we have done, we have received the money. All together will bring us a net operating cycle. So here we have cash paid for the inventory. Here we are receiving cash received from the inventory. Now all together will be put together as operating cycle. Any doubts here, boys? Have you understood what is operating cycle? Was any doubts here? Am I clear in? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, whatever formulas I've discussed, I'm going to write it down here. I want you to take down of these formulas. We'll be solving one problem here, right? So, operating cycle. I use a text. Operating cycle. Cycle will be given as, can somebody tell me from the sketch which I showed you, what is the operating cycle formula? What will it be, the formula? I want you to take a pic of this and keep it with you. Okay, but it is there in Khan and Shah. And Khan and Shah, you can refer for working capital management, especially when you're studying the determinants of operating cycle. I want you to refer Khan and Shah. You can refer the complete material for working capital management, Khan and Shah. Okay, so now I'm asking you, the operating cycle formula will be given as the inventory period plus the amount receivable period. So if you remember this diagram, you can put down all your formulas, right? So operating cycle is equal to inventory period plus accounts receivable period. Okay. Next, we need to know what will be this inventory period. Okay, this inventory period is given by the formula is equal to 365 divided by inventory turnover. Okay. No, but what is this inventory turnover formula? Inventory turnover is given by cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Okay. After this, the other set of formulas are accounts receivable period, is given by 365 divided by receivable turnover. Okay. But what is this receivable turnover? Receivable turnover, I'm going to reduce the font size because receivable turnover is given by credit sales divided by average accounts receivable. So if you need to calculate your operating cycle, you need to know these formulas. So in detail, operating cycle formula will be given to us like this. 365 divided by cost of goods sold or by average inventory plus 365 by credit sales or average accounts receivable or average accounts receivable. Well, I want you to note down these formulas. Boys, any doubts here? Any doubts here? Have you noted down the formulas? Shall we solve the problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you have copied the complete stuff, I'm going to clear them. Okay, shall we clear this? Has everybody copied the formulas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. So the question will be like calculate the operating cycle cost with the data provided. Question will be calculate the operating cycle cost for the data provided. Although they have asked us to calculate the operating cycle, so we will try to calculate for everything, for the inventory turnover, inventory period, whatever formulas I have given you, we'll try to calculate for all the four of them and see what will be the operating cycle. Can somebody tell me what will be the first formula we did? What was the first formula given to you?
Operating cycle is equal to inventory period plus accounts receivable period.
Okay, that's correct. Inventory, that's the formula we have given for operating cycle. But before I have to calculate the operating cycle, first I need to find out what will be the inventory period. So the formula for the inventory period will be
365 divided by inventory turnover.
365 divided by inventory turnover. Okay. Now, what is the inventory turn? The what are now details have given us in the problem? They've given us the items, they've given the inventory cost, they have given the account receivable cost, they have given the account payable cost. Maybe for a period of 1 month, the beginning balance they've given, the ending balance they've given. If you know how we did our balance sheet, so you will realize the value of how the money cycle has been flowing here. Accounts payable has been given the beginning balance, ending balance, and they've given the net cost, they've given the cost of goods sold, and for all these beginning and ending they've calculated the average. Average is sum of these two. In case if they've not given the average, you need to calculate the average. The formula will be average of sum of these two by 2. Okay, so that will give us this value here. Okay, so now what is the inventory period? It is the inventory turnover. So inventory turnover, how much is the inventory turnover given for us? This will be the inventory turnover for us, right? Inventory is being given here, the beginning balance is given here, ending balance is given here. So average turnover should be so much. So it will be, how much will it be? 365 divided by, if I take it as, it will be 29 lakhs, right? Can you tell me how much you got? sorry, if we have to calculate the inventory period, we should know what is the inventory turnover. Sorry, I did a mistake here. So to calculate your inventory period, you need to calculate your inventory turnover. This is not the inventory turnover. Inventory turnover will be, what's the formula for inventory turnover? What's the formula for inventory turnover?
Cost of goods sold by average inventory.
Cost of goods sold by average inventory. Average inventory is 29 lakhs. What is the cost of goods sold? It is 85 lakhs. Divided by 2,29 lakhs. Average inventory value is here. So how much will that be?
2.93.
It will be 2.93. Yeah? 2.931. How much you got? I got 2.931.
2.93, ma'am.
Okay, 2.93. I had fixed my calci for 3 decimal place. It's okay, 2.93. Now, with this value, I can calculate what will be the inventory period. So, inventory period will be 365 by inventory turnover. Your inventory turnover, you got it as 2.91 by 2.91. How much you will get? How much did you get? Boys, I want others. Chanakya, are you calculating? Chanakya?
124.51.
124. I'm getting 123, boys. Can you check again? It's 123 or 124?
124.5733.
Okay, I think I might have made some mistakes. I've got, is everybody getting 124?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rachel, you also got 124?
Yes, ma'am.
Nilesh?
Oh, yes, sir.
What about others? Chandan, Simika? Chanakya was there. Where is Chanakya disappeared? Simika,
I'm getting
are you
124.
You're getting 124. Simika?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So we have calculated what is the inventory turnover and we have calculated what is the inventory period. Now, if you have taken down this, I want to clear this. I'll clear this part. So next will be what we need to calculate next. What do we need to calculate? Receivable turnover, right? So what will be the receivable turnover formula?
Credit sales divided by average accounts receivable.
Very good. Receivable turnover formula is credit sales by average accounts receivable. So what will be the value of the credit sales? It is 1 crore 13 lakhs. Okay. Net sales, since they've given, they've not, the complete sales is given as net sales only. So we'll take that only as the credit sales. So 13 followed by, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What will be the average accounts receivable? What's the value of average account receivable? It is 2 lakh 25. 20 lakhs 25,000 divided by 20 lakhs 25,000. So what's the answer you get? How much you getting? What's how much you getting? I'm getting 6.42. Are you getting 6.42?
Ma'am, 6.419.
Okay, 6.419. 6.
Yes, ma'am. 6.4. 6.419.
Okay, you got 6.419. Okay, fine. Now we have to calculate what will be the receivable, accounts receivable period. Accounts receivable period. So what's the formula? 365 divided by this receivable turnover. So receivable turnover, you got it as 6.419. How much you getting? $365 by 6.419. How much you getting?
56.86.
56.86. 56.86. Now, what will be the operating cycle? It will be accounts receivable period plus inventory period. Okay, so inventory period, you got it as 124.1. Sorry, how much you got? 124. My value is not correct. How much is you got? 124. We'll take roughly 124. Okay?
0.573.
0.57, ma'am.
Point
573.
57. I'll restrict here. So this will be the operating cycle value. How much you're getting operating cycle now? If we sum up these two, it should be 181 days. I got 181 days. Let's see how much you're getting. Are you getting 181 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So therefore, our operating cycle will be 181 days. Okay. So I hope with the data given, I hope you know how to calculate your operating cycle period. Remember this sketch. If you remember this sketch, you will not make mistakes with the formulas. This will be the one variety of problem in your working capital management. Next will be the working working capital management. From the balance sheet, you need to identify your liabilities and you should calculate your assets. And you know your working capital management will be net working capital will be current assets minus current liabilities. We have been speaking this from the last class, but there are certain steps that we need to follow in our working capital management. Shall we go across that one? Any doubts here? Boys, this is very simple. All the values will be given here. Maybe today by the end of the day, maybe I'll circulate some of you problems, right? So in the problems, you need to remember these formulas. Based on these formulas, you need to calculate your operating cycle. Any doubts, boys?
No, ma'am.
Viveka, you have any doubts? Shall we move on?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We'll move on with working capital calculations. What's the formula for working capital calculations? What is the formula for net working capital? Current assets minus liabilities. Like how in the first class we did the balance sheet, the same thing, with the same thing we need to, from the balance sheet, you need to identify what will be your assets, what will be your liabilities, and you need to calculate your working capital. Your working capital will be given by the formula current assets minus current liabilities, right? So students, maybe I will post this lecture material onto your Google Classroom. So we are going to see how to, I think in the costing part only, you know how to find out your raw materials storage period, and this is very simple. So I quickly want to go down with gross operating cycle calculations. See, when we look at the estimation part of the working capital, right? So you need to follow these certain steps, right? So the first step will be estimate your current assets. Second step will be estimate your current liabilities. The third step will be estimate your working capital. Your working capital will be current assets minus your current liabilities, right? Sometimes in the question, a safety margin will be given, right? So for that percentage, how much will it be based on the problem given? You will add your safety margin to this process. And the last step will be your calculating your total working capital. Any doubts here? The estimation of working capital? Boys, I want you to take down these steps. Have you taken down?
No, ma'am.
Done?
Done.
Okay. Now, in this problem, they have given us the how to estimate our assets and liabilities, right? So first, the formula is given as current assets on estimated basis minus current liabilities will give us the working capital management plus the safety management as given in the thing they're given here. So for us, first to study the calculation of our estimated current assets, like in how in costing, sometimes for single piece they will given, sometimes they will give the entire bulk, right? So we need to estimate the raw material cost properly, right? So let's see the formula here. The computation, the part they have given for the inventories which are given as raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. Now, stock of the raw material will be estimated annual cost of raw materials to be consumed. Sometimes, if they're given in months, you will take it in months. Sometimes, if they're given in days, you will take by 365 days into average raw material holding period. I hope you know what is your inventory period now. Sometimes it can be 2 months, sometimes it can be half month, sometimes it can be 45 days. So there will be some period which is given in the problem. Based on that, you will take the value here. So stock of raw material will be given by estimated annual cost of raw materials to be consumed. If they're given in months, you will take it as 12 months. If they're given in days, you will take it as 365 days into average raw material holding period. This is nothing but the inventory period. I want you to take down this formula. Boys, since you have done budgeting and costing, these calculations must be simple for you all. If you've taken down the calculations, I'll move down.
Noting down, ma'am.
Take down. Like how in the first unit, one balance sheet problem which involves in entering into journal and ledger entries, like in working capital management, one problem on calculation of the net working capital will be there. Problem will definitely be there. So it will consist of the major of the marks. So for that, you need to know all of these formulas. It is basically in analyzing what will be your assets, what will be your liabilities. So what is the requirement of your working capital? You need to estimate that, right? So that is the major objective of this kind of problem here. Shall I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So similarly, work in progress, right? So in the assets calculation, we have raw material, work in progress, and finished goods, right? Next will be the work in progress. So stock of work in progress will be given as estimated annual goods to be produced, right? Remember, estimated annual cost of goods to be produced. If months is given, you'll take months. If days is take by 365 days. This is not by, this is or. Here this is 12 months or 365 days into the average work in progress holding period. That is your inventory period here. Take down this formula as well. For your test portions, you will have working capital management and budgeting. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next for the finished goods, right? The stock of finished goods is nothing but estimated annual cost of credit sales, operating cycle, that diagram, if you remember, you can analyze clearly. Estimated annual cost of credit sales by 12 months or 365 into average finished goods or inventory period, finished goods holding period, right? So the for everything, only this setup will change. Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Boys, now I want you to note down this Current assets means it is the stock of raw material, work in progress, finished goods. Sometimes in your balance sheet they will give the trade debitors. Sometimes you can in the balance sheet you can find cash in hand. Sometimes you should consider the prepaid expenses. So this all will contribute your total assets. I want you to note down this part. Current assets means stock of raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, trade debtors, cash in hand, prepaid expenses. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, in the costing, the stock of materials to compute them, you can have different ways, right? Now they've given us the budget period is 60,000 units. Okay. Budget production is 60,000 units. Raw material cost is ₹5. Okay. So raw material storage period is 2 months. Now how to use this formula we will see here. Okay. So the formula is given as stock of raw material will be 60,000. So much units you need to produce into 5 because cost per unit is 5, right? And the holding cost, raw material holding cost period will be 2 months. Since they've given in 2 months, we'll divide it by 12. And you know that they've compute the value will be 50,000. You can cross check your calculations. Did you understand what we are trying to do? They have shown us one calculation of how to calculate stock of material. In this case, they have not given the complete cost. They have given material cost per unit is also given. And 60,000 units should be produced, they have given. So, the complete cost for the raw material will be 5 into 60,000 into your raw material holding period is for 2 months. So, into 2 by 12. Any doubts here? Is anyone having a doubts here? This one you need not take down. I just want you to understand this one. Was any doubts here?
No.
No, ma'am.
When you're estimating a working capital, that's the first part, how to compute. We have taken one example and shown here. Okay. So next case, in this case, a little variation. A budgeted production will be 12,000 units. Raw material required to produce 1 unit will be 2.5. Raw material cost is per kg is ₹4. Okay. So raw material storage period will be 2 months. Can you calculate and tell me what will be the answer? Budgeted production is 12,000. Raw material requirement is to produce 1 unit is 2.5 kg. Raw material cost per kg is ₹4. So raw material storage period is 2 months.
Ma'am, it is 12,000 into 2.5 into 4 divided by 12 into 2.
So how much you getting? Correct.
Need
You
to
should get the
calculate.
answer as 10,000. So if you have understood, I'll quickly move down. So next will be estimation, computation of work in progress period, right? So we know the formula, right? So here for this, for one example, they've taken activity level is 60,000 units. For that, raw material per unit they have given ₹5, wages is 4, manufacturing expenses 3. So including depreciation. So manufacturing expenses is including depreciation. We don't want a depreciation cost when we are calculating the work in progress. So we'll remove ₹1 from the depreciation cost. So your manufacturing expenses will be ₹2 here, right? So administration overheads will be 1. Selling and distribution overheads will be 2. But your production cycle is half month, right? So if you have to calculate your annual cost of goods to be produced, it will be sum of all this. So how much, if you sum, how much you'll get? Here, first they have calculated unit of work in progress. So unit of work progress will be 60,000 units by how much your unit you need to produce for 12 months. So it will be 5,000 units. The complete lot they've given 60,000 units for 1 year. So it will be per year, per month it will be 5,000 units, right? So they have given the same thing they've explained here, but the inventory cost will be half of the holding period. Production cycle is half month, so half of 5,000 will be 2,500, right? So therefore calculation for work in progress will be raw material will be 2,500. Raw material cost is rupees 5 into 5, and we are completely using it, so it will be 100%. So it is 100. You're getting 12,500. Wages is given as rupees 4. So for 2,500 into 4, and wages requirement is 50%. So they've given taken test. These credits will be given based on the given only. We will take 50% or 100%. Next, similarly, 2,500 into 2 manufacturing overheads. If you sum up all this, your work in progress value will be 20,000, right? So that's how we compute our work in progress. See these, we'll continue from here in the next class. I don't want to hurry, because if you understand the calculations, then any problem we give, it will be easy for you to solve. So please understand till here I have done. So from in tomorrow's class, I will continue with formula for work in progress of the stock, right? So each one we will discuss, and then we'll move on with one problem. Am I clear? With this, I will stop. Any doubts till here? Till here? See this 50% or 100%, until unless they give us in the problem, right? Based on that only we will take. But in general, if you see the wages, it will, since it is spread evenly, it will be taken as 50. Then depreciation has been ignored, so they have taken roughly on a safety guard, they have taken it as 50% will be completed. So whatever is the target in the problem, if they have to be mentioned it clearly, otherwise raw material consumption we're completely going to consume, so it will be 100. Wages, usually 50% will be held and 50% will be released, so based on that they've taken 50%. Manufacturing overheads also 50% for a safety basis, they've taken it as 50%, right? So otherwise, in majority of the problems, these credits will be given. Based on that only, we will multiply with this weights which is given here. Am I clear? Was any doubts here? Calculation of work in progress. We have done costing. I don't think you should find it difficult here. Boys, any doubts? I'm not getting any response from you. So nobody, Nilesh, Chanukya, no doubts?
No doubts, ma'am.
Chandan,
No doubts, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Prince, okay, then we'll continue in the next class. First, well, I've got the final list of your financial management students. So Prajwal R. Patil, Ranveer Dorai, Baswarat, Chandan, Neelkesh, Srivastav, Prince Tongar Sharanaya, Sheikh Manan, Sumuk, VR, Prajwal R, S. Rajat Kumar, Pipala Chanakya, Simika. These are the students that also have enrolled for your financial management. If there is any changes, you can intimate to your coordinator. Is it clear? Today's date is 28. So Prajwal is there. Ranveer, Baswaraj,
Yes, ma'am.
Chandan,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Nilesh, Prince,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Sharanaya. Sharanaya is absent. Sheikh Manan, Sumuka, Sumuk, Prajwal R, Pipala Chanakya, Rajat
Yes.
Kumar, Simika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. With this I'll stop. So
Ma'am, Sumuk
Ma'am,
is
Prajwal R.
present.
Patil present, ma'am.
Prajwal have given. Prajwal R Patil have given.
And even
Ma'am,
Sumuk,
Sumuk's
ma'am.
also present, ma'am. He has texted in the
He's
chat. ma'am.
texted.
One second. Yeah, I've given Sumuk.
Thank
Today's
you.
class, Sheikh is absent and Ranveer Dorai is absent. Sharanaya is absent. That's not present. Okay then. Thank you then. We'll meet tomorrow first class. We'll try to finish the working capital management problem.
Thank you, ma'am.